And we are back. It's been a long time. Our last podcast was like 10 years ago. I'm just kidding. I don't know how
we
long
had
it was.
Finals. So
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like there's going to be a
school's
compilation of just Miguel saying, and we're back.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's just I'm back. Anyways, we're here live from Coronado High School today, Monday, December 27th.
I'm
Is
so
it
excited
27th?
for this.
Or
week.
26th. 26th, the day
No,
after
the day
Christmas. That is right.
Yeah.
Hello? I hear something, but I don't know what it is.
I think it's the
It's like
TV.
an echoey.
It sounds like echo. It might be.
Hello.
It might be the TV.
Yeah.
Okay, let me turn it off. But I'm here accompanied by...
Connor Crowley.
Ashley Price.
Maverick Procter.
And Jordan with Miguel that I don't think he introduced himself.
Yeah, and Miguel's here too.
Miguel. He's back.
Yeah,
And
sorry,
I'm
sorry.
back.
Which he shouldn't.
Okay, I'm Miguel,
Had it
and
myself.
we have Connor.
Connor.
Ashley.
Again.
Maverick.
Oh, you
again.
guys are
Yeah,
doing
we
it? I'm
already
sorry.
introduced
I didn't hear you. I'm
Just
sorry.
cut this whole thing.
I'm sorry. I'm
Never
sorry. Okay, so what we're gonna talk about is the movie we've been waiting for since last year when we did our year in review, which was,
Rogue
which
One.
is. Oh, the bells are
What's with
still
all
on.
the sounds?
Rogue One,
mind.
a Star Wars story.
Distractions, Jordan.
Our first part's gonna be spoiler free, and then we'll spoil the bejesus out of it like we always do. So I'll go first. I went into this movie we kind of knew what to expect to a certain point, because we know what has to happen, but we don't know who's gonna get us there or who's gonna be there to take us. But when we first I remember last year when we saw the first picture that was released with everybody like in Yavin 4, like in the hangar, and everybody was like back that we were
I mean, the cast picture?
yes, the cast picture that we were like, oh my god. And
Diego
then
Luna.
yeah, Diego Luna, Mexican power right there.
Mexican power.
And then we saw no, that was way before that. And then the first trailer came out. We did a reaction to that one, and we were all stunned. Yes. Great acting in this movie. Great acting. Special effects. I'm not gonna spoil anything, so don't spoil. You know what I'm talking about. It's great CGI.
Yeah.
That start gets
I don't know if you know, but oh no, never mind. I can't say it 'cause I have to spoil. Great acting, great special effects. The story was good. I don't know if I can give it a 10, to be honest. I'm gonna go with 9.5. That's me.
Why?
I don't know. I just
Jordan's getting triggered by the 9.5.
Oh, I'm gonna sue all the 0.5s forever.
go ahead, Connor.
I really like this movie. Obviously, I think this year, like, the hype surrounding it was notably less than last year because, for obvious reasons, because, Force Awakens was. But I really enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed it for aspects that I think other people didn't. I really liked the fact that it was. I know, even though it was marketed kind of like it was going to be a heist film, I really liked the war film aspects of it. I thought it was really interesting.
It's kind of war
that's
film.
Yeah.
Oh,
And a
very-
different-
It
That's
was
all I was looking forward to.
yeah, it was,
and it was
very Saving Private Ryan-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
That's
And there's definitely, I really enjoyed those scenes. I've already spent, the night after I saw it, I debated with a good friend of mine who's going to be mad he's not here
Yeah.
for 3
I
hours.
forgot. Yeah. He told me he wanted to be on. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, because we argued about the movie for 3 hours at least.
Yeah, because he didn't like
Just
it.
in one night and then
'Cause
argued.
he didn't
then-
like it?
Well, he didn't like certain aspects. He didn't like,
Well,
he
yeah.
didn't like the ending, but
Oh,
Well,
go into the end.
Okay, we'll go into right
'Cause I
now.
have some
So
stuff.
but
say about
I
that.
really enjoyed it. I'd say I liked it for the reasons.
why do you
Sorry,
move
sorry.
away from the mic?
So I also.
reasons.
I'll
these
put it.
reasons,
I'll put it. I don't remember what I ranked Force Awakens, but whatever that is, same for this movie. Because
Okay, but we don't know what it is.
If it was a 3, then this movie deserves a 3
yeah,
too.
well, no, but so I'll just say I'll blanket score Force Awakens and Rogue One as a 9.
Okay.
Because the reasons I like this one were the flaws in Force Awakens, and the flaws in this movie is what Force Awakens did really great. Because I think that if anything, there's a few little character development in some of them that, like with Jen Erso, like being the main character, she didn't feel like the main character, and there's definitely stuff that I think
Okay. Yeah.
there's definitely stuff that I think should have been done more. But I think the characters were great. I loved I even Jen Erso I really enjoyed, but of the
How can you
characters,
not?
I think she was the weakest.
Really?
I'd-
Okay,
I'm
we'll go
gonna
back.
rank it
We'll go
between
back.
3
Between
seconds.
I'd put Cassian, the blind guy,
Wow,
and
what's his name? You know, the blind guy.
Oh,
Forrest
Saw
Whitaker.
Saw
Saw
Gerrera.
Gerrera?
No. The
Chinese
the
one with the
monk
stick.
guy.
The
Oh,
turret?
they said
Turret,
black
yes.
guy.
Turret.
Well, I liked him too, but
Oh, I thought you said the black guy. That's
no,
why-
the blind guy.
Oh, I thought you said the black
The
guy. I was
blind
like,
guy.
wow.
The turret.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
the blind guy, the guy with the chair, and the robot, which I'm gonna look up the names.
K2SO.
K2, yeah.
K2SO, yeah.
Take
Wait,
it-
did you
yeah.
say the
Sorry,
guy
I'm
with the
just
gun,
filling
the
in.
turn?
Yeah, I
Days?
just like them all more than her, and that
Oh,
was my
yeah.
only. But I thought she
I'm
was
pretty sure he says that she was the weakest because she's a woman. I'm pretty
Exactly.
sure that's what
Thanks,
it is.
Connor.
I look at that
Exactly.
so
Triggered.
different from what you see it as. I
You know,
thought she
I
was
was
one of the
gonna go-
Okay,
strongest
okay, okay,
here
okay.
on
I'm
the
next.
continent.
Wait,
No,
wait,
but
wait.
I still give the movie a 9. I'll talk about the CGI, the
Okay,
stuff
yes,
that yeah,
yes.
we'll talk about that
Okay.
later.
Okay. 9. Okay, Ashley.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a grittier type of take on Star Wars, which I enjoyed because I don't know. I know it has to be a kids' film, and I know it has to be accessible to like a younger market, but I liked it because reading books
There were some
or
dark
seeing comics, it gets dark, and it was like a little bit more of the. It's not so much violence heavy, but the stuff that happens, you're like, whoa, like this is intense. As far as character development, I thought it was a one movie, one shot thing, and they did really well at it. I felt connected to most of the characters. I enjoyed all of them, including Jin. I thought she was a great character. But I think what they tried to do was instead of having like one focal main character, it was like they're all kind of equal. They're
Yeah.
all working together.
Not like in Force Awakens
Yeah.
where Rey is
Is
the
the-
main person.
They're all yeah. This
I mean,
one-
everything
yeah.
is like going
On
to
her.
Rey.
Well,
Yeah.
everything's around
The-
Jyn Erso too.
Well,
She's like the
not
linchpin of
really.
the entire
No,
thing.
no, no. 'cause-
Without
No,
her,
no,
there
no.
is no movie.
No,
No.
no,
What
no,
she's
no, 'cause
saying
they
is
each play an important equal part into.
yes, like she's saying that each character played an important part to getting
yeah.
the.
Like
the
at the.
oh, spoiler to retrieving the.
In
the
case
plans.
you haven't seen,
Spoiler
in
alert.
case you haven't seen New Hope, or read the
Yeah.
opening crawl,
Or
they
any of the
steal
other
the Death Star.
shows.
But I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Continue, Miss Price.
Rate.
And your rating from
It's
1
pretty
to 10?
great. Probably 9.5. Because like I don't know exactly.
Triggered.
He's just like these decimal points.
I'm gonna go into like 9.75 one day. I'm just gonna keep going until it's like
She's
ridiculous.
just gonna add a
Nine
another
point
number
five.
after another.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was exciting.
And we have
Each
now we have Mr. Maverick Procter. Go ahead, Maverick.
This movie was really good. Like you said, it was a much darker take, a grittier. That was also really awesome. And then I felt like it had more hope than A New Hope did in the
Yeah.
movie itself.
I felt like I want to not like I was like a part of something.
yeah, like there
Can
was.
we be honest here?
Something bigger.
Wait, can we be honest here? Who cried when the movie?
Oh, I did.
Who cried during the movie?
I'm so glad Connor didn't miss it.
High five.
A little bit the 1st
I'm
time,
not.
and the second time was so many tears.
I'm not gonna
Yes.
say exactly what I felt. I'll
Oh,
say
no,
that
okay,
for
yeah.
later.
Continue.
You-
Okay.
You gotta say it again.
Wait,
'cause you
continue,
leaned
continue.
over and I'm like, I'm crying, and you're like,
No,
Don't
no.
say that.
Well,
don't
we'll say it right
that.
now. Go ahead.
Let me see.
My parents watch this. I can't.
Oh, I can't say that, but
I need to say it.
can I bring up?
No.
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 No, not the part.
Not-
He was
not
in
that
the
part.
movie.
We know
and
he's
his-
in the movie.
No, I was just gonna say that all of his scenes were so.
Stellar.
Yeah, they made him such a badass.
The action
which
in
is
this
what
movie
he
was amazing.
Like,
That's
it-
one. That was my favorite part of this movie was the action scenes and sequences.
yeah.
It
And
was really
like
great.
you said, we got kind of like a close connection with all of the characters.
Even in 2 hours, I felt connected.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Forrest Whitaker's character.
I wish there would have been more.
Yes.
Really? You wish there would have been more?
Yes.
Of Forrest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jordan over here with my friend Forrest over here.
Oh,
and,
okay.
we've known each other for many years.
Sorry.
We've traveled the world and.
It's because I couldn't remember his first name.
Yeah,
so
me
I
either.
was just gonna be like Guerrero, but that would have sounded.
Señor Guerra. I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
So go ahead.
This movie had like a little bit of everything. It had comedy, it had action, it had a little bit of romance between Cassian and
Yes.
Jin
One
Erso.
has
But
to
not
happen,
too
bro.
much. It
Yeah,
was the
but not
perfect amount. It was like,
Yeah.
It was like
woo.
a little tension, but then
Like-
Yes.
But it,
Oh,
before
yeah.
anything gets set,
Shut up,
they
Like-
literally
shut up.
dissipated.
Like Connor and I won't say names.
And a certain someone.
Yeah. Just kidding. Go ahead.
I don't know. You make fun of me for a lot of people at this point. I know.
Okay, go ahead. And
There
then-
were
lost
some
track of who it is.
Star Wars Rebels Easter eggs in there actually,
I don't.
which I don't think I can say now until we get to our
yeah, because
spoiler
I haven't
portion.
seen. I don't watch Rebels, so I wouldn't know. But
Rebels is good.
okay,
You should
Like
see
the
it.
spoilers that are in it aren't anything too big.
okay. And-
I give it like a 9. No, 9 or 10. 9.5.
Well, you- 9.3. 9. Okay.
9.5.
And-
9.3.
No.
Oh.
And then
Say
we
Five.
come
nine point
to
three.
our
so sorry.
Ashley.
What'd she do?
She cursed. And
Bleep it,
Jordan.
please.
Yeah, we do. Wah, wah, yeah.
Please bleep
And we
it, I'm
come
sad
to
that-
Mr. DC himself.
Oh my!
He is paid by DC.
I like DC.
He-
Why is it
okay.
battle?
We're
No
not. We're not
D-
gonna talk about.
There's
this.
no. Oh, there's one DC.
I'm the
poster.
middle.
And who
I'm
brought
like
that
half
poster?
Marvel,
Me?
half DC, and then you
I
guys
bought
are-
that one.
I know.
That's what
I'm
I'm saying.
DC
Who
too.
bought
We're
that?
Oh,
I said I'm half.
Disclaimer:
Half.
We all
Miguel's
equally love
all
DC
Marvel.
and Marvel in their principle, in
I
the
do.
ideals of
Except
both.
except for me.
Miguel
for
owns
Miguel.
Rotten
Miguel hates
Tomato.
DC.
I
He's-
own Rotten
He's
Tomato.
paid
Okay,
under the table by Marvel.
go ahead, Jordan.
The movie was really good. I personally thought that it was really long in a good way, because that's just how Lord of the Rings taught me to like
To sit through a movie
'Cause
without
they
going to
were
the
really-
restroom.
When it comes to Harry Potter, I was like, they're really long and they're pretty cool. But Lord of the Rings made it all worthwhile. So yeah, it was pretty long because I kept checking my watch for like a good 20 minutes. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah, I would look over at Miguel and he did the exact same thing.
Because
he would be like,
No, because today because we had said we were gonna record at 12 and it's already gonna be 1, so
Oh,
I was
that's
like
true.
making sure because the movie was supposed to start at 9, but because of previews and all that stuff, it didn't
Like
end up
9:20,
starting
right?
till like 9:20, almost 9:30.
which is good because
That's
we
a
got
lot
there
of
late.
yeah, we got there super late.
No, so
Love
it worked
previews.
up for y'all. But yeah, it was pretty good. I definitely think that like probably story plot wise, people who haven't seen Star Wars, I think they'll like it because it has a good standalone story like by itself.
Yes.
Because I've had a couple of friends already tell me that they liked it and they've never watched Star Wars, and because of this movie they want to watch Star Wars.
Yeah, because this
So-
movie is one of that you don't have to know what happened.
Mhm.
It's
Like
just-
us, we were like, okay, we know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But people who have no idea what Star Wars is or have never seen one of the movies, they go in and be like, oh, this spikes my interest. Forget it. But please, spoiler alert: do not watch episode 1 through 3. I'm just kidding.
No.
At
yes.
least not
I'm
yet.
just kidding. I'm
Don't
just
watch 2. You can watch 1 and 3.
Why? Because the sand is
No,
so
watch
coarse.
all of them
Two
and
is
just
nasty.
make
It gets
it.
everywhere.
You can just watch all of them and
Actually,
just
I do
picture
like
the
a
scenes
few
better.
scenes.
I
in
feel like
2,
out
but-
of everyone here, Ashley would be our Anakin. I don't know why. Oh, she's trying to hit me.
She's
I hit
Anakin
my own
because
hand. I
like
didn't mean to hit you. It like.
Be careful, guys.
Can
she's
I get?
Anakin
Can I get a new
Wait,
why
chair?
am
I don't
why
want to
am
be
I
here.
Anakin?
because when you first meet him, you're like, wow, this Darth Vader is really badass. But then when you like
Don't
look,
spoil.
But then when you look, no, just Darth Vader as a whole, you're like,
Oh,
really-
okay.
But then when you look back and realize it's Anakin, you realize how much of a whiny bitch they is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so true.
Go ahead, Jordan. Finish your thought.
And so as far as I've seen a lot of already like not I wouldn't say like reviews but like thoughts that people say that like character development was a really big issue first of it. And I guess if you haven't seen either Rebels or Clone Wars, then that could be like I wouldn't say a problem, but it would definitely stand in the way of you getting to know how when characters like meet themselves, especially like in the Star Wars universe, they don't have time to bond. Like they don't have time to do anything.
It's like go.
Especially like in Clone Wars or in Rebels, like you just meet people and you just have to trust them or you don't. Like you either do or you don't.
Ni
So
modos.
yeah, because a lot of people are like, oh well, I feel like they got too attached and they just work together. Like all of a sudden, I'm like, well, they sort of have to, because what the like, yeah. I mean,
You got 15 minutes. Let's go.
they can't put too much into like the bonding into the story. That would just kill
Tell
time.
me, what were your parents like?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, like
I don't got time for that.
Too
yeah,
deep
there
is darkest
isn't.
fear,
I'm like,
like-
shoot your
Nobody-
father. I don't need to know
literally, if you watch like the whole Clone Wars, there's so many missions that people go onto that they don't like. Nobody knows themselves. Like they
Yeah.
just, oh, you're shooting at the same person, I'll shoot him too, like type of
Yeah.
thing. So, like, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
The only way that you bond is through battles
Mhm.
with whoever survives.
exactly. And so
Here's our World War II
Because-
veteran,
Yeah, I
Mark.
know.
it's what a lot of people like. That's one thing I heard everybody say, like, oh, the character development. I'm just like, there's no time for that. Like, you would just kill time completely. And so I thought that was like a really crazy part about it. But I thought the character development was really good. They bonded just through character interaction, like through the scenes that they had, like the scene on Jeddah where they're getting the kyber crystals.
No spoil. Remember, no spoilers.
I don't know. That's not.
Just
I'm
kidding,
saying
I'm
like
just kidding.
the sequences.
Spoiler.
Spoiler. Just make sure you mute everything you just said. I'm just kidding.
I know.
Like the
Just in
like well
general.
pretty much like all the scenes that they had, dude, like that scene alone when they were on Edu with when he comes back after he doesn't kill what's his face, Galen.
Whoa.
Stop.
I just said no.
No,
spoilers.
they're not spoilers. I'm just saying that they
You just
talk.
said kill.
They
I said
are.
Galen.
You said kill.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
No, but they didn't kill him, so it's okay.
Yeah. So
Oh my god, you just
No,
spoiled it
stop.
again.
No, it's not a spoiler.
You just said they went to
No,
kill
it is
him.
not. It is not.
I
a
would stop
spoiler.
talking
if
now.
you've gotten this,
No.
if
It
you've gotten
totally
this far,
is.
if you've gotten this far and you haven't seen the
Okay.
movie yet,
No.
and you're watching this of all
Spoilers now-
podcasts,
It's all spoilers now
No.
because
Oh
he's
my
talking.
god,
Alright,
it's
just
not.
accept
It's
it.
not a
It's
spoiler.
all spoilers.
Maybe a spoiler.
no,
It's
but like
not
yeah,
a
These are
spoiler.
spoilers. I'm
It's
sorry.
not a spoiler.
regardless, it's been
The
out for
title-
enough time that if you're watching this and expecting not to get spoiled in some sort of way, it's your own fault.
Yes.
Okay, it's spoiler
No.
time now because
No way. Well,
No,
let him wrap
it's
up
not.
and then we'll finish.
No.
Then we'll go
but
to spoilers.
just the way that they talk with each other is really good as far as character development goes. Even if you think that not a lot of people had lines, like because there was a lot of people were saying like, oh, he didn't get as many lines as this part, but like
'Cause
Ashley
he's
said,
black or because
but
he's Asian.
like Ashley said,
I
they
don't know
all
if anybody
they all
Not
play
at all.
I know. I read that.
they
I
all
read
play an
that.
equal part.
I read it.
They all play an equal part
Yes.
through the movie. So
they all-
regardless of how many lines each character had, they all played an equal part in getting what they had to be getting. Since I don't want to say any spoilers.
We
Yeah,
all know.
Jordan.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, and I got some more
Do you
stuff to
mind,
talk about, but
Miguel?
I'll do
I
that
do
later.
mind.
And rating would probably be a solid
7.
0.5.
He's the one that gets mad the most. Like 3.
8.
An 8.
Wow.
He only-
No,
You
that
just
was, but
did-
he was. You,
That was
wait.
No, one thing I
Was that
liked, it was
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
it is.
he
Yeah,
was
it
just
is.
one of the troops.
Nope.
He not troops.
Okay,
Fuck.
that's enough.
Yeah,
Okay, what's
shut
that?
Shut up, enough.
Okay,
Can we
all right.
edit out
So,
Wait,
me?
all right. So
Okay,
now we're gonna go
Mark's just like,
into
no.
to sum up the spoil-free whatever
Wait.
spoil-free part of the show. We all liked it. We enjoyed it. Go out and watch it. Now click off if you do not want to be spoiled. It's been a week already.
After the movie. You
Yeah.
have to see this.
Wait,
movie.
wait,
Everyone
Yeah, but there's some
dies.
people who haven't. Marcus just saw it today.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It will have been a month since it
Mar-
Everyone dies.
So you need to watch this. You,
Okay,
Wait,
so
one
let's
thing
just
I
cut
liked
this
was
whole
that
part.
it was a very
Everyone
diverse
dies.
cast.
it was a very diverse
And it was
cast.
like different
Conrad, I
genders,
hate
different
you.
races, different things, and people
And
are
they all died.
and
the
you know, like
same.
comparing it to
Everyone
other like
died.
movies
That's
that
how
are
someone
so
spoiled it to
like
me.
popular, where it's like all like 1 or 2 races, and this one was just like, here's everything, and I was like, this is
You know,
awesome.
as soon as the movie
Excited.
came out, I had it spoiled to me, and I was just like, ugh,
Everyone
Force Awakens?
dies.
no,
No, what? The movie
no.
we're
Oh,
talking
oh, oh,
about.
oh. No,
Yeah.
because last year the first one we hadn't seen it, or who was we were recording
Austin.
the. Oh, Austin, that's right. Oh, Austin asked, "Is it like if you guys do a thing, call me?" I'm like, yikes.
Everyone
Wow.
dies.
Okay. So
Yes,
okay,
right.
now spoilers. Spoiler alert.
Everyone-
This movie. Stop
No,
I'm
cursing,
sorry.
Ashley.
Sad about it.
Actually, gotta be replaced with like a sticker.
Everyone
A sticker.
dies.
A
No,
stick figure like
because
this.
I was expecting for 1, 2, or 3 main people to die.
Mm.
Everybody
glad-
died.
I'm
'Cause they
glad
all had
everyone
to
died.
die, though.
Everybody
They all
died.
had to die.
I'm glad everyone.
They all
I
had to die.
understand
Not
why.
everyone can be James Bond.
I understand why.
I'm actually glad
Lord,
everybody
and-
No,
died.
I 100% am
What?
glad
I
everyone
understand
died.
why, and I get it was probably the best possible way. But
Especially since you've watched Rebels, you should know that when people go on missions, people just die.
Yeah, but some
Yeah,
people
that's
don't come
true.
back.
they didn't
So
pull the whole
and
planet.
they're not like really important people. They're just like
Yeah.
the people to get the
I
plan.
really,
So.
I really love that the guy, and he was just like lying there, and then he sees his own.
Okay,
voice, and I was like, wreck him.
What?
all right, here we go.
White
Well, let me my
Um,
part. The
everyone
beginning,
died.
the movie was
Oh, camera overheating.
Sorry about that. We had a little technical difficulty, but we were saying we're back to the spoil-free part of this
No, the
show.
spoiler.
I mean the spoiler part. The movie. I mean, it began. Of course, it didn't begin with an opening crawl like we're all used to.
Dude, I
it
was
did.
hold on. The freaking Rogue One title that looked like straight up somebody made that. I don't know where else.
Here at the house or here at the school or
What
what?
do you mean?
Like it was
Like, it
just
looked
like
someone
there.
edited it.
And then I was like,
Not
He said,
like-
and then not even the opening track. Like, you know how the whole soundtrack is usually like like all the Force Awakens soundtrack. I freaking loved it. Like from beginning to start. I mean, from beginning to start. Okay, from beginning to
Get
end.
To
it
begin to
started, so
start.
none of it.
And in the beginning, I was just like, and then I didn't see the opening crawl, and I was more like, no.
But we already
And
knew.
then-
I already knew it was
Yeah,
gonna
The
be
But
music
there.
was really good though.
But I thought there was gonna be at least some sort of like cool, I guess not iconic because it's the first time they ever
There's-
made a Star Wars story. But
There was lots of things that like were like the classic like Star Wars stuff that they didn't use. Like I mean,
Yeah.
John Williams wasn't
Mhm.
doing the score, but the music still was really good.
Yeah, I
And, like,
liked
there,
it.
there
right?
was some of them that were really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like with the
Not-
somebody
not
I
all of
was
them, though.
listening to somebody talk about this, and like they had a lot of problems with the editing, like how they would just jump from planet to planet. 'Cause,
Thank you. What did I say?
Usually in Star Wars they do the
What
like
did I
the
say?
swipe or like
Yeah.
the
Well, 'cause
just
it
like
was a
the really
different
like
style
two-
of
Exactly.
movie.
Well,
It
yeah,
was a
no, but
different
that I mean that's why it
altogether.
was a different.
Even at the very beginning, they did the anti-Star Wars thing where they went from the planet and scrolled up into the stars.
Yeah, I
It's
saw
the
that. I
other
was
way
like,
around.
woo.
So
Yeah.
they're already signaling. Plus the poster itself. is
Yeah,
already
it's very
signaling
different.
It's going to be not a regular Star
Yeah.
Wars.
Yeah.
Yes.
The editing on the note of editing.
Can-
was-
can I-
that
can I-
first little bit was a little like.
Yeah.
Miguel's trying to talk and you're just there like.
It's okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's because he's a white supremacist.
Hmm.
Anyways,
I am not.
the part this movie was like we said didn't have an opening crawl, which okay whatever, but it did have the a long time ago, but somehow in the future part, and then just go ring, and it just starts.
Yeah.
I like
And then you hear the little flute playing like in episode 4, but
I enjoyed it.
I will say this: that we I'm sorry. Right at the beginning, we're introduced to Krennic and Matt Mikkelsen's character, and that guy was scary. I will say that, and his cape is pretty
yeah.
cool. The bad guy,
wasn't
I like he was
He
dude.
was cool, but he
in
didn't
terms of
scare me.
Star Wars capes. I
Yeah.
really like.
Yeah, in terms of Star Wars
He
games,
looks
his
like
cape was
General
pretty
Thrawn a
cool.
lot.
He looked
Yes.
different from like I don't know. I just imagine him different.
This movie had a lot of awesome CGI. How about Grand Moff Tarkin?
Oh,
Oh, dude, that
yes.
was
that
awesome.
one was
so good.
I
What?
He's one of my favorite characters.
Oh, yeah.
in Star Wars.
yes.
character-
He's
like
so
when I-
good.
He has a nice backstory.
like his character.
What book is that in?
That's
I think you let me borrow that book. For those of you who can't see him,
I
we have
completely
Marcus at the
forgot.
controls again. Marcus is back with us
I feel like we should have clapped at the beginning.
all the way
when we
from
started.
New Mexico State.
I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt from Alvarado.
Why don't you just stand in front of the camera and show it? No, because it's gonna be since
Yeah.
he's so tall, we're just gonna see his
Yeah.
pants. There's
Chile.
very
there's a
tall.
lot of I thought it was gonna be. I really thought I would. Well, before we knew, that part of Grand Moff Tarkin being in it was really hush hush. I didn't. Nobody
didn't know.
said anything about it.
That's
Here-
good.
here's-
Yeah.
here-
I
That
liked it.
which is
I liked
good.
it because when I
Which
saw him,
is
I was
great.
like,
Yeah, I was like, I wasn't expecting.
And then he had a good amount of scenes too.
Yeah.
So-
So what I'm
No,
saying
like,
is,
I
but
thought
can I finish? Can I finish? Okay. So what I'm saying is, I thought they were gonna. I thought to myself, I said, he has to be in it because
Yeah.
he's part of, anyways. So I said, whatever. But then I thought, well, they're probably going to cast the same guy they casted in Revenge of the Sith, just like they did with Mothma,
Mothma.
because she was in episode 2, but
So they
that
didn't
scene
see
was
it.
cut out,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
I think it was episode 2, but she's in this
Rephrased the
movie.
role.
She
In
re-
episode 3, because that's when they started talking about rebellion. It was in that deleted scene.
Okay, then episode 3. Yeah, she was in the episode 3, and so they recasted her. What are you doing?
I just see Ashley like flick something and it goes in
No,
the
I
corner.
flicked
I
it.
flicked it.
You
He
flicked
flicked it at me and it.
This is all okay. Stop. So, that CGI, that was awesome CGI. Did you the part when what's his name when they're in Jeddah? Is it no the trading
Which one?
outpost? The guy with the you better watch where you're going.
Yeah.
The,
Oh,
that
that
little
was Jeddah.
spoiler.
That
Oh, that
was
was
Jeddah.
awesome. I didn't expect that part. That's how he sounded. That's how he whatever.
I got you on the voices.
My friend doesn't like you, and I don't like you much either.
Well, that's not fair. You should get to know me first.
Yeah.
The Family Guy episode, everyone.
The movie had a lot of well, you say they have Easter eggs, but I'm not aware of
Yeah,
from the
that's
Easter
how
Yeah,
eggs.
there
from
was lots.
I saw Chopper
Yeah.
as generous.
Um,
So
The,
Chopper?
Yeah,
we
who's the
see
Chopper?
Oh well.
we see Forrest Whitaker as Saw Gerrera or
Saw
whatever, but he wasn't. Okay, can I say this? I love Black. I'm just kidding. No, she's gonna say a lot of
Will
the
Smith as
stuff.
Deadshot.
A lot of the scenes from the trailers were not in the movie.
This is true.
That is
I
kinda-
wanted to
I'll
see-
mention 2 big ones.
What
Three
were you
big ones.
talking
Three.
about?
The first one, when she's walking toward that tower and that
Oh,
TIE fighter
yeah.
shows up. That
Yeah,
didn't.
no.
That wasn't
Yeah.
there.
And that looked really cool.
That
shot
did.
too.
Number 1. Number 2, when they're running through the beach
Oh,
and
yeah,
she
with
has the
the
plans.
Yeah.
I didn't see that part either.
No, that was the original story. They were gonna survive.
Well, that's why they did.
There's gonna
that's
be
why they
4
did-
people that were gonna survive.
did
Oh,
reshoot.
well,
That
good thing
would've
they
been
killed
great.
them off because I wouldn't want them to live.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Number 3,
Wow.
all
know.
the
Wait.
missing dialogue from Forrest Whitaker, like
yeah, that was.
Dude,
If
I
you continue
wanted
to
Forrest
fight,
Whitaker to
what
yeah, I
will
wanted
you
him to be
become?
young and in action. Like I wanted him to be killing people with along with them, but they just show him like old and he
I
just
really
dies. And I'm
like that
Yeah.
scene when Jin Erso gets to meet Saga and he's like, "You're here to kill me." And he's like,
Oh,
and
dude,
it's just
yeah.
like,
makes sense.
There's not much of me left.
and
Or
you're
like this, like this. There's not much of me left.
It was the left hand.
Yeah, what was up with that, Marcus?
I have no idea. He was breathing.
Was he okay? Could he breathe?
Maybe he would.
Obviously
Maybe
not
that's how
okay.
they.
No, but like,
You
it
guys
wasn't
need
like
to-
a constant
you-
flow of oxygen.
That's how they deal with asthma in the future, I guess.
There's gonna be the
Just take a-
backstory of Sagarera in Rebels. So
Okay. The other big part, I don't know if you guys noticed, but in the battle and
Last
at
one?
the end, the when
Third
they're
act?
the only big battle, but when they're in space, they use a lot of like Gold Leader,
Oh, yeah.
actual footage from the actual New Hope that wasn't used in the movie.
Which is
And
pretty
they
cool.
use a lot of those scenes because you see like Gold Leader, and I was waiting to see Porkins. Oh, that would have been awesome. That would have been awesome. Like that
Actually,
shirt.
I still have that picture of
That-
that, shirt.
that-
Have a picture of
That
it?
was the best. If I want to see Porkins, I would have like, I'm done. That's it. I that's all
10
I
out of
needed
10.
to.
I
That's all.
love-
Exactly.
I like when
If Porkins would have been in it, it would have been a 10 out of 10.
I like
You
it
love
because
it.
they're like, watch out for the tower, and then like crash, and you're like,
I just.
I just said.
I'm pretty sure I just told you to watch out for the tower. Like the only like you said, the planets we saw that in the new Star Trek movies when you see the name of the planets. Like
Mhm.
when we were in it, we don't need to know, do we?
I mean,
It's kind of nice.
It's just that a lot.
I just
You
thought
know
that-
what I feel like they got it from because
Star Trek,
no.
where J.J.
Oh,
Abrams
no,
did
yeah.
it with Star Trek.
Yeah, but also
and he's executive
but
produced
also
this
like
movie,
in the
no?
Clone Wars they do that a lot because in Clone Wars they span across
Yeah.
a crap load of planets, so
Oh,
they
okay.
have to tell you what planet it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did. Yeah, the editing was kind of rough in some parts.
But the names are also there for Easter eggs too, like Jahid, huh?
Jeddah.
Jeddah. Sorry, I don't know why I said
Jahid.
Jahid. I don't know, that word keeps repeating in my head. That used to be like an old Jedi like planet,
Temple.
which you could tell because
Yeah,
like,
because that big,
hybrid
that
crystals and
I
then
think
the
if they do something
statue.
about the fallen Jedi, about the statue and all this.
yeah, I thought there should have been more about like we just see like
There's
a
gonna
fall.
be
see,
something-
except
I
for this
heard that
wasn't
there
a
was gonna
Jedi
be
movie.
something
That
about
was
it.
the thing.
No,
This
no,
was
I
a
know,
really
I
good
know,
movie.
but we
Obi-Wan
want to
Kenobi
know.
then.
Okay, so can tell from episode 3 to this one, how many years is it? 10?
It's this. That what a thing I liked about this.
Huh?
Luke's lifespan.
Yeah. However old Luke is.
Episode
Yeah.
3 and episode 4.
Oh shoot! So that's what 18 years?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, he's got to be like 18.
Yeah.
About the time period that the Empire's
I
A
really
little
liked
bit
how
less,
this
though,
ended.
because they've gotten the plan, so like.
I loved how this movie ended.
But
Oh,
episode
yeah.
Can I
four
finish
starts
and then
with
you
the
can
planets already being stolen.
Oh, but no, but between 3 and Rogue One.
Well, but
It's
three-
a little
well,
less.
Luke was born in episode 3.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the end of.
And then to Rogue One, but then like when you
So
meet
Senator Organa.
him in 4.
Oh
I
yes.
like where he's like someone I trust.
And yes, and then when they do mention a little bit your friend, the Jedi, they mention Obi-Wan, just in
Yes.
they not by name, but they mention him. And then how happy were you to see Princess Leia at the end?
so happy.
That the CGI was awesome.
It wasn't great, but like.
No, it wasn't,
but
but it was
comparing
good. Yeah,
to
it
these
was
other
good.
movies
Yes,
with,
it
like,
was pretty
crap
good.
CGI, it
And
was
the first time I saw something like this was in Civil War. We saw that when Robert Downey Jr. Remember
Oh yeah.
that,
his
and
hologram
he looked
self.
pretty good.
That one was
But this
good.
one, I think, I was blown away with Grand Moff Tarkin. Okay,
Last one I remember was Twilight, that
Darth
was-
Vader. Oh my God.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
so that's the only planet that didn't show the name. Is he in Mustafar?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is
Yes,
where he
yes,
fought.
yeah.
Not exactly where he fought Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
but
Around that
Same
level.
Around in the
That's
same
fine.
vicinity,
It is
Which
that
is
on
something
campus,
they've been
but it's somewhere else.
they've been wanting to do since like they were considering putting that in Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Like there's concept art from all the way up to.
which is really cool because since he has like I guess I'm gonna call it a castle.
Yeah.
Since he has this pretty much his own castle, like all the Siths before him, or at least most of them, like the OG ones, the ones that's barely started to be Sith, like the first 3 or 4, they all had their own castles. So I like that. They
Darth
brought that.
Plagueis and all
No,
that.
Darth Bane, Nihilus.
I don't know any of these people.
damn it, I know. But anyways,
Do you think we're gonna see Mustafar in Episode 8? That would
I
be
want
cool.
to.
That would be
So?
cool.
that was one of the planets that I really liked from the prequels.
That was a
Yeah.
pretty
honestly,
that was a
because
pretty
I
cool.
really liked it. Pretty awesome.
Summing up my part of this interview, I really enjoyed the CGI, the effects. There was a lot of actual prop. Oh, I'm sorry. My last one. What's his name?
H. Wilson.
The role. He was hilarious. He was awesome. He was my favorite.
2016 is a year of the robot companion.
Yeah.
It was
Literally.
it was very good.
His,
And and we were talking about character development right now. I really enjoyed Cassian. What's his last
Oh
name?
my god.
Yeah.
Indoor.
Cassian Andor, which sounds a lot like
Yeah.
like
What?
Endor. Is it Andor? Because Endor is the planet.
Andor.
Must be
I think-
Andor. He was. I mean, not just because he's a paisa, he's Mexican, and he's been in a lot of great.
Dude, but
He was awesome in Y Tu Mamá También, and he was awesome in
He's
Casa,
really good
de,
and dramatic.
Casa de Mi Padre with Will Ferrell. Have you guys seen that movie? Oh my god, it's hilarious.
Perros Amores.
Yeah, it was very. Enamores. No, not Amoros Perros. Is that what you said?
I'm
No,
pretty- I think
he's
he was
in
there.
Y Tu Mamá También, not Amores Perros.
Well, I know he was in. Yeah, I saw that one too.
But, he was pretty
But
good.
anyways, sorry.
But
He was a
anyways,
great
but I
actor.
digest.
Great actor.
He was a very great. I mean, and it's cool. Like you said, there's a lot of diversity.
his
The
serious
two Asians. Oh my god.
The
Tho-
friend was
they're-
like my favorite.
not the guy with the gun, the one with the stick. You know,
Donnie Yen.
I like the guy
Or-
with
Donnie
the
Yen.
accent, though.
I was reading something that he developed new martial arts for this Jedi
Dude,
martial.
that's
He
awesome.
developed like that. That's what he developed for this
Well,
movie.
you know what's really cool about it? Another like insight. So there is 6 different types of fighting styles for the Jedi, and since he's always been like a really, I guess, force
sensitive.
faithful person, he supposedly backstory wise, he was he practiced it like by himself, and he like read books and everything, even though he knew he was never gonna be an actual Jedi. But it's really cool that he's actually, I think, the first person in the Star Wars universe to show that different fighting style that's not the boring one that
That-
Count Dooku does, Darth Vader does, and not the jumpy one that
Yoda
Yoda
does.
does.
Yeah.
So it's a different. It's like a fourth
Yeah.
fighting style.
Yeah.
That we
So
see.
the actor Donnie Yen, I was reading. He said like when I got the part, I developed.
I like the
a new
friend too,
martial
though.
art.
That's
Yes.
I liked him a lot.
Baze
yeah, he
was
was
awesome.
He was
like
like my
that was some real like bromance there.
Yeah.
Dude, can you
Oh, the
picture
end
like
we got-
Turret but with a lightsaber like Darth Maul's? That would have been insane.
That would have been cool.
Like,
he had a pretty cool fighting scenes.
and when he pulled
but
out
again,
the gun from it, I was like, what the?
a lot of the parts from, like I said, a lot of the parts from the trailer were missing.
Mm.
I don't know why, but like we
What
said, this
happened,
movie
though?
there was a lot of reshoots, a lot of
That's probably
reshoots
what
in
it
this
was.
movie. So you
But
know,
most movie nowadays. they
Yeah.
do.
yeah, but
And this
yeah.
one I think.
we all know what happened with Suicide Squad.
Okay.
Just kidding. Okay, we're not gonna talk about it. But okay, Connor, go ahead.
About to
Um,
get started.
No, well, I thought the CGI for the characters was fine. I mean,
Oh.
well, I mean, we can only
That's
do.
fine.
Well, like
Can you do
it.
better?
CGI is
No, I can't do better. But like, there's a point where like I think if they were to show Grand Moff Tarkin, show him and like
Taka.
Grandma talking. What are you from?
Grand Moff Tarkin, and just
my
like
brother.
I don't know, like having him as a main character. Like I love Grand Moff Tarkin. He's like one of my favorite. Shut up.
Oh, leave him alone.
Grandma talking. Okay, go ahead.
Taka.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He's one of my. I love him as a character, but I think I don't know. I like his face looked like it was in a video game. Like in a video game, that would have been like a great.
You know
thing.
what? I think Leia. Well, out,
Leia-
of out of all the CGI that I've seen in video games, let me tell you. I think Leia, as opposed to, I just don't want to misspell it. I mean, pronounce it.
because you'll get.
Okay,
Tarkin.
well, Tarkin. Compared to him, I think his looked a little bit more. It's because his close-up shots were insane. Like
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
insanely close, and I was like, I don't think you should be doing that with
Yeah,
CGI.
no, that's
but
like that's like the having him in for as long as he was like
Yeah,
they could have
like,
they
he
could have
deserved-
made
Yeah.
they could have made choices where he wasn't like you didn't see his face
Yeah.
like
Like,
that,
I-
that when you walked in and just saw his reflection
yeah,
that
like
was
on the
perfect.
window,
So-
those
like,
were really cool shots.
That was
though.
my, like
if he
I
would
think
just be talking like that,
yeah
But you
the
could still
close-ups
watch it. It was still
no
bearable.
yeah you
Yeah.
could still
It was so
watch it but
good.
like I don't know like the if they're gonna be so in your face about it
like
I
one of my
think it
friends
could've
was
been
like,
a
"Is he
little-
real?" I'm like, "Sorry, I don't want to like."
you know he died a
Yeah.
little bit. But
Yeah.
one
no
of the
but
ones that-
I
But it
really like
looked
the
good.
character I mean it looked fine. It
Mm.
could have been, but obviously it could be better. I
Yeah.
think for where we're at, we're good. But I don't. I think the decision to make him in as much and have that many close-up.
Yeah,
shots were,
I definitely
needed
don't think
him
they
to-
had a. I definitely don't
Sorry.
think they needed that much close up of
Right.
him. Because we all know. Well, I mean, some of us know who he is. But
Like-
like for the people that didn't know, even the lines that he would say, like he would pretty much assure his authority
Right,
over what's his face, the guy with the
Ben
cape.
I
Mendelsohn,
don't
yeah.
remember his
Like they could have had him like somebody. I read they could have had him as a hologram, and it
No,
would
yeah,
have been
that's
looked
yeah,
perfectly fine,
that's
right.
that's even cool too.
right. But Leia's was a little.
What?
Leia's was a little. I don't mean it was for 3 seconds, but it was a little wonky. But obviously for everything else, all the other action scenes were definitely amazing. Darth Vader scene was incredible.
The
I'm
best.
so excited
Yeah.
they got to show Darth Vader's like a little bit because he's so awesome in the books and the
After
comics.
seeing all the like the Knights of the Old
So
Republic
glad.
action
never saw
sequences,
those.
Just a little
Yeah.
bit of how
It's
awesome
insane.
he is.
Yeah, I definitely this movie, the action scenes, I think because they did the classic how they had the land battle.
I'm so
little
glad they showed
the
like a lot of
aerial,
people
and
dying.
then-
Like not
yeah.
to be
Well,
not to
No,
sound
really. Yeah,
not
you
to
need they
sound
needed to
bad,
show
but-
that
Not to
because
sound bad, but you need to see how many people die in the freaking like if
Yeah.
you were to count the bodies in Clone Wars,
'Cause don't they
Lord
say
heaven.
Because don't they say like a lot of people died to like get these
Yeah.
plans?
no, that's Bob.
Or is it- that's
The-
episode
Many
6.
Bothans died to bring us this information.
That's
And then
our
it's
fact checker right there. So they're gonna have another movie. It's gonna be about the
Yeah.
Bothan spies.
No, but
Cool.
no, I liked how this story was obviously like the story wasn't one that we knew, but I liked that it was.
It
like,
filled a good plot
yeah,
hole.
I felt like the plot hole of like the error in the Death Star was I really liked.
Were you? So you were like, okay,
Great actors.
like, oh, I want to know who these people were who gave their lives for the rebels.
I liked
I want to know more about the dad. What was his name?
Galen,
Galen.
Mads
Ga-
Mikkelsen.
I don't remember any. of the
Galen
names.
Erso.
Yeah.
I just
wanna know
really
more
liked.
about
I
that.
really liked more than anything the portrayal of the rebellion and how like it showed them being
Dude,
like
you know
so.
what I really
The-
really enjoyed that not because everyone's like, oh, well, these are the good guys. Like,
They're
dude, some
not.
of these
Was the
people kill
introduction
for
of
money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
that-
the
he
intro of
says-
Cassian.
He was
Because
like, a lot of
Cassian
these-
says
Yeah.
is that we've killed for the rebellion. We've
Some are
Spy.
assassins.
Yeah, some are
spies.
assassins,
Exactly.
spies.
And that's what's,
And
that's
and then
what's
the,
cool
our
about it.
introduction
Like,
of
I love it.
Cassian was very
Yeah,
Han Solo.
I was
he
like, oh my
shoots the guy in
goodness.
the
I know.
back,
I was like,
Yeah.
yes, no,
Yeah.
but yes. Like,
No, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
they should be
yeah.
doing.
and he was about to kill
Jyn
Jyn
Erso's
Erso.
father.
Or the
Jenner.
father.
So yeah,
Yeah, it was,
But-
I like that
that was
because it was like real. It was like, you know what,
Yeah.
they're doing some pretty shady stuff too. It's not all.
Right.
It's not all.
yeah. It's not all
Great.
black and white, but
It
which
seemed
is what I
like
liked.
What a real revolution.
Shades of green.
Right, and then you had the extremists in
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker, Saw Gerrera, and you got to see how like they tortured the pilot, whose name I can't remember, but they
Yeah.
basically tortured
Body.
the
But
Body.
Oh, I thought it was booty, or
Body.
something.
Body.
or body?
Bodhy. Body.
But you got to see him, and that was cool. I really liked his. I liked all the characters a lot. Like it was a really ensemble. I felt, but like I said earlier, like Jyn Erso, like I don't know. I guess I could like I saw like I got what she was doing, but I think there could have been more there. And
From her,
yeah,
like
like
you wanted her to be more involved in,
yeah, I think that just like
or just
the
have
character,
more time.
like I don't know, it just there was more. All the other like the two favorite characters was Donnie Yen and
yeah,
Kate.
one thing I can say, like some characters were more, I guess you could say like dialogue wise, probably a little bit more involved than others. But with that being said, that doesn't mean that they change how much of their involvement is to the movie, like how much of their contribution is to the movie.
Right.
So, well, like I said earlier, like regardless of how many lines they were all given, I think they all pretty much used them wisely. Like they used them good to do that interaction. Like all the lines in Cassian, some of them were like bland, but then when he got to that really like serious scene argument with Jin, like that was like I don't have to argue with you type of thing.
Yeah.
Like that was
Like you better sit down.
yeah, like I was like on the edge of my seat just hearing it.
Yeah, he was a very good
insane,
character.
Yeah.
insane
Very
I really
good
liked
character.
him.
I liked the relationship between Jin and
Yes.
Like it was like they were like I don't know, not like kind of against each other, but then working together. Friends.
Yeah,
and it
that's-
was kind of like
That's
And
called a
it's-
marriage, dear.
And then
no,
It's called being married.
no, but then at the end it's like, God.
some
And it's
people,
like-
I heard a lot of people on YouTube being like, oh, why can't he just trust Trump's like, dude, when you kill people for money, like
Yeah,
learn
you
to
don't
not
tr-
trust.
Like because
You
you're
learn to
trained
not
not to trust
Yeah.
whatever person. You
You
know,
don't
you're
trust people.
trained.
They were able to develop a
Yeah.
trust.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's a
And then
it's a
she
period
also
of-
has pretty much an empire tie. So
Right.
what is
Yeah.
there to trust?
yeah.
other
That's
than-
why Saw wouldn't open he wouldn't open the flash drive because he knew it might be a trap.
Yeah.
It might be a beacon showing him where he was at.
I
So
wanna
Yeah, then
know
she was
why
like,
the
I don't
dad-
have the
How
things.
he started in that? Did he always know that he wanted to like, or did he always know that he wanted?
No,
to
he
help out, or
eventually-
was he eventually, or what?
Yeah,
turned
he
him, or-
eventually changed.
He probably eventually saw
As a
that this
kid,
was
I was
not.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's all like, "Do I really want my kid to grow up in
Yeah.
this bull crap?"
But I was like, oh.
Yeah, I like
And then
that
the-
relationship
But then
between.
you have to change your wife, and like imagine like that whole family just like. You know
I
what
liked
mean?
how
Like,
it showed
it's good.
the relationship between Mads Mikkelsen and Ben Mendelsohn. How
Oh,
The-
Krennic and how
Krennic
they
and-
used to
yeah,
be good
they
friends.
used to be friends. And
So that's good
and,
too.
Like, he genuinely was like sad when he found out that the wife died when even though it was
Yeah,
just.
he
Yeah.
was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was
Yeah,
like,
like-
haha, just kidding. She's alive.
And then
I
she
like,
tried to kill
oh
him
look,
and then-
here she is, back from the dead.
And I was like,
But yeah, I really
a
like
miracle.
that dynamic because again it showed it wasn't so black and white, but yeah.
yeah.
There's-
she's great.
I really liked most
like
of the characters,
in the
but
accountant when it. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You know what? Stop.
yeah, there was
So good.
my two favorite characters was Donnie Yen and KI82.
K2SO.
K2SO.
K2SO. Yeah, I was like,
What did you
K1
say? K1 2.
Kmart,
Yeah,
KMART.
K2SO.
Oh, that's his name.
Sass like matched my
Yeah.
level of sass. It was great.
Yeah,
Everybody
she
got
turned.
a freaking
She
robot
turned to
companion
me
this
like
year.
within the first 5 minutes of the movie. She was like, "Me, oh my god, me!" Like everything. Like it was just too much.
Okay.
Actually, would see like an.
Thank
18
you,
It was
Chihuahua,
the
Connor
level
she'd
of
be
Crowley.
like,
sass of the
"Me."
medical droid for General Grievous. Like it was that level of sass, but like in a cool droid. No,
Go ahead, Ashley.
His death
Your
was
turn.
my favorite.
there you go. I don't know.
K2SO.
This is your favorite.
Well,
Oh, I like that they all died to like get a step down. It was like step 1, dead. Step 2, dead. Step 3, dead. And it was like, you know what I mean? Like each person like had their job and then they
I
died.
really
doing
like
it.
the Empire. in this
Oh,
movie.
when they throw the thing into the
Ship?
into the ship, and he's all, "I'm done."
Yeah,
he's just
dude.
like-
He just
Bye.
like looks at the
Well-
camera. He's just like,
He's like, "See him." I'm just kidding. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Ashley. Your turn.
I feel like it was sassy. Like your turn. I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
We're going
'Cause I
around the
was talking
table.
over Connor.
Going around the
No, it's fine,
panel.
you had to
Let's-
say-
let's
this
just
is your
skip
chance.
Ashley.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, like where each person kind of like it was like it gave me. I was very excited, or not. No, I'm trying to think. Where you feel like it was
I
like a
loved that
part.
everyone died. Is that what you want to say?
No, it was a part of something greater, and it was like all for something and all worth it, kind of in the end. And then, and then it was like following like the plans, like going like from each soldier to soldier, and I was like, put it through the door, put it through the door, put it through the door, and I was like, waiting.
There's
It
a
was
joke,
just good.
sexual joke in there somewhere. But
No, cause he was just like, I'm like,
Connor, oh my God.
You remember your parents watched
I
this,
thought he
Connor.
was gonna slam the door
On his hand. That would have been awesome. That would have been cool.
But I was talking to this with my mom because she was talking. We both watched it, and then about how it wasn't violent, it wasn't gross, it wasn't like gritty or like Walking Dead. We were like, ugh, like please stop with the blood and the guts.
Wait, is Disney, so it's not.
Well, yeah, no, but it was so much where it was like there
It
some
was
young-
way more than we
There
expected.
were some young kids in the theater, and I'm like,
there's
what
definitely
are their
dark.
parents gonna tell them? Like, oh, they're all dead, honey. Like they all died.
Oh, you
for
should
this.
see
Well, they
Anakin
should
scene
see
with the young-
Anakin. Yeah, Anakin scene with
No,
the
but,
the
like,
younglings.
Where it was more like kind of like an emotional, like mental thing where it was like, they're all gone now. Like that's it. Like it wasn't very. I don't know. It was good though. I liked it.
Okay,
There. I'll
thank
make
you.
comments later. I
Thank
don't know.
you. Go ahead, Maverick.
She'll interrupt
I-
someone else, I'm sure.
I loved
Stop.
Jyn Erso's
Erso.
character. Unlike Connor, I actually thought she was like really powerful. Not like, oh, she can shoot really well or she can beat you up really well. Like you saw that she could kind of fight. Like with the first scene where she broke out.
Because isn't that what Saw taught her? No.
Yeah,
Apparently. Yeah. I mean,
but like when she saw before she saw the hologram, she had like no hope. She was like, "What is hope?" The camera's overheating again, by the way.
sorry.
More
Technical
technical difficulties.
Continue, Maverick.
That hurt. Like I don't know if I already said this or not, but she's not like just physically strong. She's emotionally strong too. Like
She lost her whole fam.
not just she saw her mother die in front of her as a little
Yeah.
kid, which a lot of people in Star Wars have,
and then later her father.
and then later her
Yeah.
father. But
Oh, that was sad.
there's
'cause it's
also
like they got reunited, but not long enough. It was like-
Reunited and
Yeah.
Airstrike.
Triggered.
You think you're gonna get shot? No, you're gonna get bombed.
it was
like
Specifically
she
by
didn't-
your. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you, Connor. Like she didn't have any hope for it. She was like, "What is hope?" And he was like, "It's what
I
rebellions
feel
are
like
built
you really
on."
connected with this character.
I kind of did.
So do you not have hope for our light board?
Okay, so
No, I don't.
No one
Not right
does.
now.
So
No
she
one
was
has
your
hope
favorite
for
character out of all.
No, Cassian was my favorite
Okay,
character
same.
out of all.
Cassie
But
was-
like,
Same.
and then other people didn't have hope, and she was like, "We need hope. This is what a rebellion is built on."
Yeah,
After
it's
watching the
Yeah.
hologram of her father and realizing, holy crap, there is hope for us to destroy this. there is like
Because
a
her
way.
dad gave up everything to
Yeah.
save
But
all
the
these
whole
people.
rebellion had to like trust her word.
Yeah.
They had no proof, so it was like blind faith.
But then again, you.
Oh my god! I just remember that other part when he says, when Cassian says, make one man feel like 1,000." That wasn't in the
Make
movie.
10
huh?
men
No,
feel
yeah,
like
it was.
100.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
He says it right before they go out.
Okay. I was all like, oh my
That-
god. I
that
He was
one
like,
scene-
place the bombs and then make 10 men feel like
Oh, okay,
100.
That one scene at the end where she's like, where they're all on the table and they're all discussing, let's see if they're gonna go or they're not gonna
and
go.
Yavin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so then everyone's like, oh, like we're just gonna trust this like woman. And so I like the fact that she just leaves and she's like, I don't even care if they're not gonna trust. I'm just gonna go do it.
Yeah.
And she didn't even have like the support of anybody. And then it was when Cassian came and he was
Like
like,
my
oh,
mom,
we'll
that
get
she's
it.
kind of like, it's okay. Like she's just like, oh,
It's okay.
oops.
I know she's just there.
They went. Like no, because like they're like, oh, should they left? She's like, oh no. Maybe we'll send a bunch of.
And then
Yeah.
when they tell her,
She was for it. That's what I'm saying. Like she's like, oops.
Yeah, they just forced us into action now.
Yeah. Ah, darn. We gotta do it now.
Because when they call, like when they're already, when the bombs go off, it's when they contact them, like back to the base, and then they tell like Senator, and then she's all like, well, I
She's
guess
just
we gotta
sitting
do
back,
it.
She's like, oh.
She's like, oh, now you want my
Reinforcements.
help.
Force exists.
And then she's like, oh, now you want my help.
I was
Yeah.
glad to see Jimmy Smits back reprising his role as Senator Organa.
Senator Organa.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Yeah,
That was
yeah.
cool. Because there, and then like we
I like
said,
how they always
Like
show
when he
like the
just
little
stepped out
flare
of
of
the shadow,
music
yeah.
when they put. I was
when they put da da
Yeah.
na na na.
like, okay, go ahead.
That was
And-
the last moment that people saw him alive.
And I also.
Yeah, or period, because we hadn't seen him in the other movies.
Well, like,
I wonder if they, I wonder if somebody was casted and they just like didn't show him. You know what I mean? Like maybe somebody did play Bill Organa like in A New Hope, but it was so much film that they just cut that part. I wonder.
there wouldn't have been a point to showing him. I mean, all he was there for in A New Hope was to die on Alderaan. Took
Yeah.
Princess Leia
Yeah.
with him part one, but they added him later. To
I mean, you know, it's because I feel like if they would have put another character, I think it would have been not too much, but it would have been like too like.
Yeah,
if they
like
would have put like, let's say like Obi-Wan, like I don't know,
oh
like
no,
a hologram,
They-
Yeah, I would've
or like
fixed-
someone more important in Star Wars universe. I feel like it would have been a little bit like too much.
or too well
Star
known.
Wars,
Where
you
everyone
Yeah, yeah.
It is Star Wars, but
mean like
the fact that they
Yoda
just
or
put
like-
Senator
Yeah, when
Organa
they
there.
too
like
well
if they
known
would have
where
had like
everyone-
Yoda.
Because-
Well,
or,
no, it would
Yeah,
have been
'cause if you
cooler
think
to
about
see
it-
someone too well known like Boba Fett, like seeing a well-known bounty
Because if you
hunter.
think about it,
But
he
not
didn't
in
even
this
talk a
kind of
lot.
movie.
Somebody
Yeah.
told me that I saw something on the internet that Jar Jar Binks is in
Oh, in the
this.
Oh yeah,
background?
he,
In
he
the
kept
background.
like waiting.
I'm
he
like
was
it's right there,
"Look it,
but
look it," and
but I
was like,
saw the picture, but I can't find it because it was on Facebook. But anyways, are you done?
no.
Okay, continue.
Also back to the Easter eggs. You
I
said
got
you
you.
saw Chopper.
I saw Chopper.
Who's
I
Chop- I
saw
don't know who
I
that
saw
is.
Chopper is the R2D2 of Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah,
and
you see
then
the
Wait,
plane
wait,
that
you
yeah, the ship
Did
when
you
they're
see R2D2
when
and C3PO?
when everybody goes
Oh,
into
boy.
hyperdrive. I mean, yeah, into the planet already. It's in the last act.
you can like
you
see
also
the
see their ship.
thrusters.
Yeah, you see their ship too there. For the, what other Easter eggs were you saying?
I don't know if this is one of them, but Black Saber. There's like
yeah.
an episode where this guy has a black lightsaber, and it is
Oh,
I
yeah.
know
really
which
epic.
episode.
Which episode?
I'm not gonna say. 'Cause
But they use it more than once because now
Your
in
mom
the
doesn't watch our
third-
show, Ashley.
No, I'm
Is it the
no,
third
no,
season
I
that we're
already
on or
did
the
some
second
stuff, I'm
season?
not
For
gonna
what?
talk about it.
Rebels?
Rebels, yeah.
I told
Rebels
my
is
mom,
the
I'm like,
third
oh, yeah,
season.
they kill
Yeah.
someone, and she's like, I know who, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't.
Like in the
I don't
third-
know any of who you're talking about because I
Neither
don't
do I.
watch
In the
Rebels,
third season,
but
they bring back the black lightsaber.
there was a black lightsaber in the movie.
Yeah,
And
Is it
then
on, like,
Ahsoka,
when?
which is
Netflix or
Anakin's.
She's got the white one. Right?
Apprentice.
she's
Where
that
could I
part.
watch?
But
this
I didn't see
Rebels?
it. Where was
Disney
it?
XD. It's really great.
Hey,
Or-
where was it? I didn't see
In
this
the
black
movie?
lightsaber.
No, it
No,
was
no.
the-
They said black saber. They were going through the plans. They
The
were like,
plans,
Stardust, black saber. Blah,
Oh,
blah,
okay,
blah.
black
Oh,
saber.
I was
Okay,
like,
okay,
hmm.
okay. I get it.
Which they're probably the most badass looking lightsabers.
It
out of
is.
all
It
Star
looks
Wars.
amazing. It looks like an actual sword, but just like
Glowy.
But light.
yeah, glowing black. If that's even possible to imagine.
Wait. It was 15, right?
Huh?
Never mind. I'm not gonna. No, continue.
I would have wanted to see Ahsoka, like you were about to say. Jordan loves
Who's
Ahsoka.
Who's Ahsoka?
Anakin's
Anakin's,
apprentice.
yeah. She's
During
Is
the
that the
Clone
one
Wars.
with the?
I like that we
Yeah,
saw-
Okay. I
The
understand.
Rebels.
Yes.
Isn't she? Okay, yeah, I know who she
We
is.
saw a white Admiral Akbar, which was cool. a white Mon Calamari.
What I want to know is, would you guys have wanted to see her or no? Because I know you guys just said you didn't want to see anyone big.
I would want
No, but
I would want to see
Ahsoka's not film big.
Film big?
She's just background story.
Yes.
Like if someone who doesn't know Star Wars,
But wasn't Ahsoka in episode 3? Didn't she die?
Clone. No, she's.
I mean, Clone.
No.
That was just another.
There's
No.
another lady with the.
Yeah,
because
but
she comes
was
out.
blue.
She comes
That's
out
right,
in
that's
Rebels,
right.
and Rebels is between episode 3 and 4.
Okay.
Dude, the fight between Darth Vader and Ahsoka in Rebels, that was amazing. Spoiler, she dies in Rebels.
And I was just
In a really epic battle, too.
I don't
It
even know who
is
these people
really
are, but
good.
okay.
Yes, right there.
Ah,
We'll show
okay.
that image.
Hashtag
Do you have another one
everyone's
of
love
the girl
interest
that... What's the
murdered.
girl's name? The one with dyed hair?
The one with dyed hair.
Not dyed hair. With the clone armor, but it's like...
Mandalorian armor?
Oh, Sabine.
Yeah. She's
who
using
are
it
these-
now
I
in
don't
the
watch
third
this show.
season
They're from Rebels,
because
they
Yeah,
like to
okay.
make
as soon as they leave,
only
forgot
watch
which temple it was, but it was
I,
something.
yeah,
with
I,
lights
I'm not
every
that much of a
not
nerd.
Jedi
yeah.
ghost.
Watch Rebels,
Sith
it's
ghosts.
I need to watch it. I need
They
to watch it.
like
Same with
I don't
Clone
have
Wars.
the
they
internet
make it up
to like.
yeah,
okay.
her.
But like, how would I watch it?
This,
Continuous
this chick's
not on
now
Netflix.
using it in the third
Hash-
season.
Hashtag Satine.
Hashtag I don't know what the heck you're talking about, and I thought I knew everything about Star Wars, but I guess I don't.
Like, I know
I'm
nothing.
so
Wow,
upset
thank
about
you,
that.
Ashley.
Satine.
And while I was rewatching the movie
And
today,
she also gets mentioned in the hangar when they're taking Jyn Erso.
Who is she?
she's also in
Hera
Rebels.
Syndulla. But she gets promoted to general, so she's actually a really big part of the rebellion by the time Rogue One comes out.
Oh, but she was in the movie, but she was mentioned.
She was
Yeah,
mentioned?
she was mentioned. You can hear it on the intercom.
Where did you
Oh,
see
wow.
Chopper?
General
That's my
Syndulla
thing.
To the hangar. What?
Where did you see Chopper?
I
That's
didn't
my
hear any
thing.
of this.
I did. I
When
now I
Jyn-
think.
when Jyn and Cassian are walking out first, like when they're the only ones, it's only K2SO, Jyn and Cassian.
No,
when they're
I'll
walking
true
outside
watch
of
it.
We need to go watch it again,
Oh,
Maverick.
yeah.
I do.
We need to go
And
watch it
as
again.
I was watching
We
it
need to take
again
our
today,
notepads.
though,
Yes.
Remember?
as I was watching it today, though, I noticed you actually see R2D2 and C3PO a lot. Like, if you look in the background, you can see them two standing together, like, almost all the
Who?
time in the exact same position. C3PO
Oh.
and R2D2.
Well, they were getting ready to go to the ship.
Yeah. Well, no, not just that.
yeah,
the,
that's
the
pretty
parts
cool that they
before
just
it.
showed him.
Yeah, that was that. We saw them. Yeah, that's cool.
I would have
Ah.
actually liked to see the new actor that was going to play Han Solo there, too. They have to-
no.
would've-
No?
No, that would have
Wouldn't
no.
fit?
No.
Well, because he doesn't know anything about the rebellion
Look,
or Jedi or anything
see him?
like that.
Yeah. Well, no, I think it would look more distinct if he had his, like,
Well, it's
little
good.
hand.
It's a moving scene.
Yeah.
So
can't,
you
like-
see it.
Yeah, you can't see him like they
Well,
throw
you
all
have
those.
to catch him. Like
Yeah, you have to like. You know how many times we have to like pause this movie and watch like when we get it, like when we
I'm
rent
sure
it.
there's like little Easter eggs in like every.
I would need to
place.
find
Yeah.
that Jar Jar
Awesome.
Binks somewhere. Are you almost done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
You hate him so
Go
much,
ahead.
you just want to see him again.
Go ahead.
He's just like, where is he?
Oh my god. So the movie overall was pretty good. Like Connor said, I really liked the action scenes. I think the action sequences were probably like really exciting, and they were also pretty long because I know that for a fact when the action scene sequences were the only ones that were happening, it was the only time that I was looking at my watch to see how long they were, because I was like waiting. I was like, please don't let it be too soon. The only one that I thought was sort of like pretty fast, it was when Galen dies. That it just like straight up just airstrike it, and they have like a little air battle, and that was it. Like they just leave. But the characters, as far as favorite characters goes, I think Cassie would probably be the best one, just because he shows like a lot of. Okay, you mentioned how Jyn develops
Hope.
as the plot goes up, hope-wise.
Yeah.
Like she gains the hope, she gains that faith. But also, what I really liked about Cassian, like compared to Jyn, of course, is that he himself, like, he's fighting, like, I guess his own battle of free goodwill
Yeah.
as to, like, doing it for the rebellion, like, again. Because he's sort of, like, backs against the wall to where when he's alone, well, when they're all, like, getting back from Edu, and then he's all like, oh, well, you have the hologram, right? And she's like, no. And then he's all like, so how am I supposed to, like, believe you?
And then the blind guy's like, I believe her.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
Yeah. So it's cool that he just I mean like we were saying that he doesn't trust like a lot of people because of course he's pretty much I think he's a mercenary. I mean he could not be, but I like the fact that he just sort of like fights his own battle like in his mind that he doesn't know if he should trust her or not.
Yeah.
But then as the story like pretty much develops, like he learns to trust her. He doesn't you can tell like sort of before they go on to the big battle, that he still doesn't sort of like know why he should trust her, but he knows that he just should.
Yeah.
Which is sort of like odd because you're just thinking about it because the Force is usually what tells you that is what's good or what's not good. Sort of like Chirrut. But since he doesn't have that, I mean, I'm guessing because he doesn't mention it, he doesn't mention the Force, he just sort of has to believe in her that they need to do like this.
Just a leap of faith.
Yeah, and then it's insane because not everybody's just going to do a leap of faith into a suicide mission.
Yeah, I get you.
So that alone just puts the character into far more like appraisal, like development-wise, because he just pretty much has to put himself out there without knowing any of these people.
Yeah.
And not just only put himself out there because him, Jin, and K2SO are the main people, or some of the main people that get the actual plans.
Yeah.
And he comes back and helps Jin when he shoots this guy's face. This guy in the back. So I liked how he developed like over the story, but again, with that being said, that doesn't mean that the other characters weren't as important because they were.
Yeah.
Because everybody's just like, they always have to be a main character.
Yeah. They
like
all had to do their own certain things. To
like,
get the job
Jin
done.
was a main character because, her dad was the one with the Death Star plans and everything. But
now she has the like.
Yeah, but then
thought
also like
to get
Buddy,
the
he
plans.
was the one. He was a defector pilot, so he played his part. K2SO is pretty much like he helped them, I guess, blend in some situations, especially in the very
And
last
helps
scene.
help them get the
So,
plans
yeah,
and everything.
so that helped. He helped them a lot.
I still like his
And then,
pursuit. It's very
Chirrut helped with putting the transmission by
Yeah.
opening the thing. And then the big gun guy, he big gun
Baze.
the crap out of everyone pretty much.
Yeah.
So everybody contributed the same amount, but the character development was a little bit bigger in some cases for some people more than others.
Yeah.
I think that all the, like we were saying right now, that for the not like in Force Awakens where it was just Rey who had
Yeah, it's because people.
But this
people
one was-
usually tend they gravitate towards that. There always just has to be one main character. And
yeah,
no,
but
there's
for
a lot
I
of
didn't feel
stories.
like on this movie I really did not feel like Jin is the main character.
Yeah,
All of
that's
them.
fine,
Yeah,
all
all
of
of
them.
them. Yeah, all of them.
And that's what I really liked. We're gonna have to wrap it up soon because actually soon.
I already asked, I think, all of you this except for Ashley. But who would you proclaim the biggest badass in the galaxy? Would you say Cassian Andor, Han Solo, or Poe Dameron?
You've asked me that. But
Oh, I have?
think
Donnie Yen.
Or you
Cassian.
asked me?
I said
Yeah,
Cassian.
you asked me right after, but I don't know. All of them are so pretty awesome.
Han Solo.
They're really
Comment down
different,
below.
but
You
they're
know
Yeah,
what?
comment
The
down
only-
below,
I think
please.
the only like more hardcore reason that I would choose Han Solo is because he's dealt with
Everything.
Siths, he's dealt with
Yeah.
Jedis,
With
he's dealt
Huts.
with with
all the different.
he's dealt with a crap load of stuff, and he's
Yeah.
he's talked him way out of it. So
They're
Fantastic
they're all
Evil.
kind of different though. Like I don't know. They're
Yeah.
I don't know what they.
They all
Well,
have
we
their
don't know what
different strengths.
Cassian. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he had a
Cassian's pretty
pretty. I hope he gets his own movie.
yeah, he's
Oh,
gonna
that
get
would
his
be
comics.
awesome.
He's
He's
gonna
getting
get-
comic
yeah,
series?
I
I'm
think
good
he's
for
gonna get his.
That's
own sets
awesome.
of
He
comics.
should because he was a pretty. That's of all the characters. That's one I would have wanted to see a backstory more than even Jin or so. I would have
Yeah.
liked to see.
Cassian.
It's
Yeah.
Oh, some people said like, oh, I wish we could have seen her training with Saw, but I don't think that was a big.
That wasn't-
No.
Because
that would've
wasn't-
been,
the
like, a
only
big
reason why it won't make sense now. Maybe before people would think so, but just because they're showing his backstory like in Rebels, he's all over the place. Saw Gerrera's. He's like all over the place. He's not just in one. He's always fighting. Like that's why it makes sense that in Rogue One he's like, oh, I'm tired.
Oh
Like,
wait,
I'm not ready.
speaking of
Okay.
Rebels, then do you think we're gonna see like a young Jyn Erso in Rebels?
Oh, that could happen. That's
That would be
probable.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
very probable. Yeah.
'Cause
What
I
about
there- They teased a young like Boba Fett
Mhm.
in one of the trailers.
Mhm.
I hope they have. I don't even know what I want. I didn't even watch it, so I'm just kidding. I just want to be part of the.
I still
You
like
can say
I
it.
wanna be part of
She's
it.
gonna
I still like when
contribute.
she gets a blaster and then he's like, you know what the percentages that she'll use that against you? It's very high. He's
It's
like,
very high. Just so you know. Yeah, I really like the him.
K2S.
Summing up this movie, I mean, it was worth the wait, and now
It lived
it
up to the hype. I said so.
and now we wait till next December for episode 8. We don't have a title yet. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a trailer maybe February. When did we get February, March maybe?
We got a tease for Rogue One a good bit out, or I mean for Force Awakens a good bit out.
How come you can never speak into
He
the
can
mic
never speak into-
correctly?
no, he
Every
can't.
Like, Miguel
podcast.
puts it, if he's talking over here, Miguel's like, okay, and then he's
This is Connor. He's like, and so my thoughts on the. Oh,
Well, it's because
We
like
need to, I need to give him a lapel so that way he can.
Yeah.
But this we don't have, like I said, a title. We don't know what it's gonna be. Well, we kind of know what it's about, but sad news because Carrie Fisher had a heart attack.
she's in
The
stable.
force is
Stable
strong with her
condition.
right
This,
now.
the force is strong. Yesterday, George Michael. Everybody's dying in 2016.
Everyone's just like, I'm out.
Wait till the tail end of the year.
Mhm.
Yes.
Talking about where Han Solo last year, or he got hurt in Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford, and then
I'll
Carrie
see all the
Fisher.
plane
In
incident.
Indiana
Yeah.
Jones or Force Awakens?
Force
Where,
Awakens.
Force Awakens.
Yeah,
where
yeah, I remember that. I
and then
remember
the
that.
plane crash, and then Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna, like, when the plane crashed, I was like,
I
oh
was
no,
like,
he's
oh,
done.
Yeah.
Stay on the planes.
Like,
Yeah.
please just stay at home and don't.
Luke, please stay home.
The
Mark
force is
Hamill,
not strong
Mark
on
Hamill,
planes.
please
Mark
stay home.
Hamill's really-
Mark Hamill, Peter Mayhew, please do not board plane.
One
Anthony
thing
Daniels.
I'm really like excited. I'm just waiting to see the very first trailer of episode 8.
Well,
to
and
see-
then we'll be the first
because
ones.
remember
Well,
the first
we
trailer
won't be
for
the
Rogue
first
One?
ones, but
Yeah.
we'll
We'll podcast.
Like the
po-
trailer for Rogue One, the very first trailer we saw, it was really
saw-
cool.
yeah, we
Like,
saw it
got
here.
Really excited.
Yeah, we got really excited. That was the big
So-
one because it wasn't a teaser. I mean, it was a
It was a
teaser,
teaser, but it
but it
wasn't
had
too
a
long. Yeah.
lot of stuff. A lot.
Speaking of teasers, we were supposed to watch a trailer together, but
Which one?
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, that.
Sorry,
We have a
everyone.
lot
This
we
is the
need
one
to
I
do.
was excited
Yes,
for.
that was
Like
a
I
pretty
said,
good
finals
trailer.
week.
Maverick
I
watches
didn't
it at
sleep.
least 5 times a day.
I like it more now.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I like it.
Our next podcast is probably gonna be in the beginning once the year starts, but we're gonna go over
We need
our
to do end of this year and
end of the
beginning
year.
next
Yes,
We'll combine
we'll do it
them.
next Monday, maybe.
Because that'll be the January 2nd.
Yeah, you guys can. Are you guys down? I'm down.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Will you be back?
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to that
Oh,
time.
okay.
Just remember that
Well.
day before we work pretty early.
Oh, damn, that's right. Oh well.
I mean, pretty late. So.
It was a really good movie.
Which I'm
I really liked
actually
it.
Okay. Well, you can follow. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a
Comment
couple
below.
videos. Comment below. Please
Yes,
bash the
comment.
bejesus out of this man
Yes.
because he loves it. He would not care
He
and text
feeds
us
off
at
of
3
it.
in the morning and be like,
He
"Did you
feeds off
see
of
the
it.
comment?" I'm like, "I'm sleeping," but okay, whatever. You can follow Jordan at.
You can follow me on Twitter at bpunk. I strongly suggest you follow most of us or all of us on Twitter because that's where most of the instant news come out and we
Yeah.
just retweet away.
ahead.
So
I really tried. I try hard to keep the podcast.
You haven't posted
Yeah,
anything,
I
you
know,
like bastard.
Connor. I'm more on Twitter than you are
It's
now.
been
Yeah, you wanna-
finals week.
You want to give me the and I'll deal with you. You want me to manage it?
Finals week.
Do you want me to manage it?
we also
Can we
Let's do
manage it
it.
together?
Just remember to follow
we can
everyone.
Facebook Live also.
Okay.
The podcast.
Go ahead.
You can follow me on Twitter at bpunk BPUNNK. And also, yeah,
I
well,
tweeted the
Instagram.
other
Well, on
day.
Instagram we
What
don't
did
really
I
like
say?
talk as a group
I tweeted.
as far as. Wait, do we have an
That's
Instagram
I
page?
tweeted on the 17th.
Yeah, we do, but but
David.
David's the one that handles it. I need to
Oh,
get
okay,
the
never
rights
mind.
for
so
that
then
one.
I won't. I
Okay.
won't
Get the
plug
rights
it in.
back.
Get the rights.
So then I won't plug it in. But yeah, BPUNNK on Twitter.
Okay, Maverick.
On Twitter, it's Maverick Procter, and on Instagram, it's Maverick.Procter.
Ashley does not have a Twitter. What are you waiting for? You have these days
I
off.
think there's been a whole year.
Can we
of
sit down
podcasts.
Can I
After
show
okay,
you how
can
epic
we make
Twitter
one?
is?
Can we make one right now after we're done recording?
Live.
Please. Okay.
Just kidding.
Well, I'm Ashley.Priceless on Instagram, and then I guess
So it
I'll
might be
make-
that on
And then
Twitter.
I'll make that. I'll do that for Twitter. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's not taken. Go ahead, Maverick. I mean, Connor. Sorry.
I'm Captain Connor 99. That's CAPT. See, okay, like she can talk like this for out, but I have to like be like this. This is like the difference. Captain Connor 99, and
No,
for
I'll do
me,
it on
and
my
then
Twitter, you don't-
the
How did
channels
I know?
is
I'm going
Booth
through
Tech.
sh-
Do you mind? I know you guys interrupt me a lot when I was speaking, so can I at least say my Twitter
What?
handle?
Go ahead.
Let Connor be.
Booth Tech Weekly is the channel's account.
Which we post. No, I'm
Which
just kidding.
I tweeted something on the. I just retweeted something.
Oh, wonderful. You can
It
follow
was
me.
George R. Martin saying he directed 2016 because of all the deaths.
You can follow me on Twitter at Miguel Mikey 731. That's MIGUEL MIKEY 731. Or you can follow me on Instagram at Mike Parra.
Oh wait,
Is this
Miguel,
the
there
1 year
is one more
anniversary
thing
of
we
our
can
podcast?
do before
What?
this year ends.
What
Is
is
the
it?
Justice League trailer comes out?
Because I think this
When
is
is it
also the
coming
1
out?
year anniversary of our podcast.
Should be sometime this month.
The new trailer, right?
Yeah,
guys.
This
Okay.
month,
Guys,
there's a
I'm
week
so
left
excited
for this
Yeah,
month.
I know.
We
It's
gotta-
supposed to be funny.
There's
like Guys.
7 days left
Guys, this is also the 1 year anniversary of our podcast. Thank you for
Wait, what day?
I mean, I don't know what day, but
Oh.
like,
But did we
But
do
our
it on the
first- our first-
26th?
We did it on the 18th.
Oh, we're
It's
late.
the 1 year
because
anniversary.
We did it right after Force
Oh,
Awakens.
gosh.
That's right.
Well,
Because we all went to CC's. Oh,
Yeah.
remember? Damn, that went by
I wasn't a part
fast.
of this.
It's been our 1 year anniversary.
You weren't part of it yet because
Does
you-
anybody have
I was
a, like
Austin.
a
Yeah.
You
sound
filled.
effect?
Wah, wah. I'm just kidding.
No.
That's a long.
That dude,
Like
it-
birthday
it
imagine
went
I have
by-
a popper.
help her with the Twitter thing.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm
okay.
Okay.
She's an
um,
independent woman.
please,
who don't need no
please
man.
subscribe,
Except for
and
she
hopefully we
wants
can get
one,
this
but-
video up and running soon. Hopefully, Marcus, within the month. God
Oh,
in
don't
heaven.
do it.
All right, guys.
Oh, sorry.
Please subscribe, and
Wish
hope
us
you guys
Wish us
enjoyed.
a happy
Shh.
birthday.
Shut up.
Hope you guys. Hope you guys subscribe, and hope you guys watch. If you get a chance, watch our. Which one is it, Logan?
Yes.
Yes.
Watch the old
It's-
man
it's
Logan
at like
pre-
15K
so
right
you
now.
can see
Do it.
all the bashing that Connor gets. Please watch it.
Tell your
Bash this
friends.
Our bash this video. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.